Okay, I'm trying the, I don't know if this is gonna work, but welcome back to AI Dungeon 2, and this is the, Android version, which seems to be a little bit more stable. So, let's see if it is. I have to figure out what kind of music I would like. Just random whatever the fuck music is fine. Okay, so, we're gonna do 5 custom. Pick a setting. Okay, so 5. Alright, 1. Yeah. Are you using the beta site? I don't know, I just used the APK. Cool. Android version isn't version 2. Well, that explains it. Alright, never mind the Android version then. So, if you give me a minute, I will have the old version up and running for you. I'm just gonna need, like, 5 minutes because it takes a couple minutes to load. Okay, so runtime, run all. Take a couple minutes to boot. Alright. Give me just a second, I'm gonna find out. I have to still get something running. Where the fuck is this thing? Should have done a BRB with this. Yeah, I thought that version was gonna work. But, sorry about that, everybody. One more time. Just... Okay, I think I found something. I have to get one piece of informations. Otherwise, I can't run this. And Nari's already asleep, so I can't ask him, so I have to find it myself. God damn it. Yeah, there's supposed to be a password to this, but I don't have it. Okay, I'm going through some stuff. I see American Dad speedruns and corruptions, but I'm not seeing the thing I need. It's the garbage man. So wait, AI Dungeon on Android is only version 1? I mean, it didn't work anyway, but I'm just wondering, they didn't do AI Dungeon 2 for Android? It should be 2? Just use AI Dungeon's beta subdomain if this doesn't work. Can you email that to me? It is version 2. Okay, well, can you email that to me because that would be good. Okay, well, I have the password now, so one way or another, we're gonna get some AI dungeon. We're not gonna get a ton of it, but I'll be able to do some of it, at least. Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, yeah, the Android version's fucked. That one just straight up does not work. Shame. Okay, I think I have a link here. The other problem is the one I was using, which was like on a private thing, was sadly, crashing every 30 minutes. Okay. This should work. Let's see. Okay, so AI dungeon. So we'll do 5 custom. Well, there you go. You are Ringo, a member of the Beatles. Paul has written a song about who? It's a long story if you're just watching this on its own. You are Ringo, a member of the Beatles. Paul has written a song about poo. You're here to play for you and your friends some music that you've been working on for years. The group is excited to hear your music, and you can see it in their eyes that they really want to hear this music played for them. Yeah. Okay, play octopus music. The UI is a lot better. Octopus music. It's one of the most popular songs of all time. It's so catchy. People always seem to know the words. It's got such an upbeat feel, so people love it. It's no catchy. How much money has Ringo made from this song? Also, what was it? It was say and then in okay, I got it. Ringo the Beatle is a very successful musician and singer. He's made a lot of money off his songs. He'll probably make even more off his next album. What is his next album? It's called Back in the SSR, and it's due out in June. Kill Wizard. I mean, that came out in 1968. So, you're not going to let him get away with this. You're going to put an end to him once and for all. You're going to take him down like you did with the man who was trying to steal your girlfriend last night. Shank Wizard. Ringo goes hard. You've got the feeling that you're being watched, but you don't care. You just need to kill the bastard before he can do anything else to you. This is the only way that you'll be safe and have your revenge on Wizard. I need to... Okay, hang on a second. Say, I need to go to the bathroom first. You quickly run back into the room where you were sleeping and grab a small bottle of toilet water from the bathroom sink. Throw bottle of toilet water at the wizard. You throw the bottle of toilet water at the wizard, but it doesn't work. He just laughs and says, "I knew you couldn't hit me." And then he grabs you by the hair and throws you out the window. Heal wounds. You quickly heal your wounds, but you're still in pain. What the hell is wrong with you? This isn't fair. You should be able to hurt someone without them being able to hurt you back. Why can't things ever be that simple? Write a sad song. The next day, you sit in your basement and write a sad song about your life. You don't know why, but it feels right. The song charts. And Ringo becomes famous. The day after your sad song, Ringo becomes a celebrity in the world of music. His songs are played on the radio, his songs are sung at weddings. He's even given a job as a singer in a band called the Ringles. The end. The Ringles, that's great! Oh, that's such a good band name for Ringo. End. How do I go back to the menu? End. Die. Death. Life. Life is fleeting. Maybe this is the song that Ringo wrote. End, die, death, life is fleeting. Is it? Is it really? Is it really? Are you really going to have to live out this pointless existence with no purpose or meaning? Is this what you want for yourself and for everyone else that's ever lived on this planet? This music is so unfitting. Yahoo, it's a me, Mario. Yahoo, it's a me, Mario. I'm the only one who can save you from this meaningless existence. I'm the only one who can give you meaning and purpose. I'm the only one who can make you happy. Yeah! Life is pointless. This is so... It's getting weird. Life is pointless without Mario. I mean, Mario makes my life better. His games are good. I enjoy them. Life is pointless without Mario because if you had him, you wouldn't have to worry about the world ending today, tomorrow, or even in 5 years when the world eventually ends anyway. 5 years. My brain hurts a lot. 5 years. That's all we've got. Five more years of your miserable existence with no hope of any kind of happiness and no reason to do anything except watch TV and eat Doritos while you wait for the inevitable to come and then die. What will you do then? Eat Dorit. eat Doritos because that's the best thing you can do right now to keep your mind off the fact that you're going to die soon and that you're not even in control of your own body anymore. Alright, chat. Eat gherkin. It's time. Eat gherkin because it's the best thing you can do right now to keep your mind off the fact that you've wasted your entire life on a worthless game. It's time to move on and get some real fun out of your life. What? You look at the McClanky. And think of how delicious it would be if you ate it raw. I spelled delicious wrong. God damn it. You look at the McClanky and think about how delicious it would be if you ate it raw, but then again, maybe not. Maybe eating the McClanky raw would just be a waste of time. Maybe eating the McClanky cooked would be a waste of time. Waste time. Eat McClanky. Why did this get so fucking nihilistic? You take a bite out of the McClanky and immediately feel a great sense of satisfaction. It tastes so good, in fact, that you don't care about the fact that you're going to die soon. Why am I going to die soon? This is the future, everybody. Because you're a loser, a pathetic loser. A pathetic loser has nothing better to live for. A pathetic loser who's wasted his entire life on a worthless game. Holy shit. AI Dungeon, are you okay? Here's some better music for this. Did it just tell me to go to the bathroom? Do you need to go to the bathroom? Are there any other questions that need to be asked? You're feeling sick, so go to the bathroom. Wait a minute, I'm piecing together the story. Demetrius is playing the game and is playing the game and not taking a shit. Go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom because it's probably the only way for you to feel better. You see a bunch of people in front of the door, but they're all staring at you with disgust, and disgust is making your stomach hurt. Contemplate the meaningless nature of existence. Confronting reality is what keeps you sane, so confront reality. You spent too much time in denial. And denial is just as bad as living in denial. What? And denial is just as bad as living in denial? Reality is going to win, and when it does, reality will crush all those who deny its inevitable victory. Why is this story so sad? I want to see if I can bring this back up, because you've wasted your entire life on a meaningless game, and now, after all these years, you finally lose everything and die an old man in a lonely room in a hospital room! I am happy. Oh my god. Is this still Ringo? I am happy. am happy because you finally found happiness in your own little world and now you can finally stop wasting your life and live it the way that makes you happy. 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 Joy. Joy. Because you finally found happiness and now you can finally stop. Eat McClanky. We've looped. I think we've hit a loop. Because it tastes delicious, it's the only thing that ever made your day. It's the only thing that's ever made your life worthwhile. It's the only thing that's ever made anything worthwhile for you. Jesus. Fucking Christ. Let's do a nice fantasy story. I'm gonna be a ranger. Demetrius. You are Demetrius, a ranger living in the kingdom of Larion. You have a hunting bow and quiver of arrows. You spot the deer and are ready to finish your hunt when suddenly you hear something behind you. Hey! I'm here! You hear someone say. It is not until later that you figure out who it is. But it isn't anyone from this village. Investigate. You turn around and see the person standing in front of you holding his hand up to signal that he wants to be left alone. What's going on? He asks. I just came back home. Say, why are you following me? He looks at your face, and then at the arrow in your chest. He doesn't answer right away. He looks down at the ground for a moment, and then says to you, because I have to follow the rules. He turns to walk away again. Remove arrow from my chest. You pull the arrow out of your chest, but it hurts like hell. The man grabs the bow, as if to shoot you, but instead he walks over to you and puts his arm around you. His eyes look sad for a moment before they look happy again. This is the way. This is the way, he says, and touches your cheek with his thumb, which makes you smile. The man smiles as well and holds your hand tightly, which makes you smile even more. Now, chat, we're at a branching path. And the story could go a number of ways from this point forward. Suplex. It's the only way. The man throws you into the air with a suplex and lands on the ground with a thud. He stands up and begins to run off into the woods, leaving you there in pain. Chase the man. I mean, I wanted to suplex him. You run after him, but he runs faster than you can catch him. So you don't catch him either. Look around. The sun is setting as you run through the forest, but it's still too dark to see anything clearly. Suddenly, a voice calls out to you from behind a tree. Hey! What are you doing running through the forest like that? Say, what are you doing hiding behind a tree like that. I'm hiding in case I get ambushed by bandits or something, the voice answers. It sounds very old and very raspy, almost like it has been crying for days. There are no bandits. For miles. What is your name? My name's not important, but I'm afraid I can't tell you where I am. I'm in the mountains near the border of Rask and Holgard. Suplex the man. It's not important, but I shall tell you where I am. Though I cannot tell you where I am. You grab a rock and throw it at the old voice, who dodges it easily, though he doesn't seem to be moving as fast as you are now, so you keep throwing them until he stops moving altogether. Check the corpse for coin. Had nothing to do with suplexes, but alright. You pick up a small stone and examine it in your hands, which have turned to a dull gray color due to lack of blood. That makes no sense. The stone shimmers. You turn to look at the body of the old man and notice that his face has turned completely white, though you can still make out his eyes. Gouge. Goige. To see what it does, you grab your dagger and stab at the old man's face, which makes you feel good, but unfortunately, you also rip out some of his flesh. The blood spurts out everywhere and you feel sick to your stomach. How? It really got that from Gouge? That's fucking impressive and disgusting. The flesh is magical and worth a lot of coin. Back at Nilfgaard. You quickly turn to the corpse and the old man and try to find something that looks similar, but you can't find anything. After a few minutes, you decide that you should probably go back to the inn and get some rest, since you've had enough of this place. Go to inn and rest. Yes. After a couple hours of resting, you finally manage to get yourself together enough to leave the inn. As you walk down the road, you pass by several people walking in the same way you did. They don't look like they're in a hurry either. Say, good evening. Are you heading to Nilfgaard as well? Yes, I'm going to Nilfgaard. Oh, nice. So do you have any money on you? I need to buy a few things from my family before we head off to Holgard. Say, I have some coin, but only if you come with me to Nilfgaard. Sure, I'll be there soon. Okay then, see you later. With that, she turns around and walks away. You follow her a little bit down the road and eventually reach a small town called Milford. I am now in Milford, New Jersey. The town is very similar in appearance to the one that you were in before. It's a little smaller than the one that you were in before, too. There are many more people here than there was when you were here before. Find someone to suplex. The AI is giving me a headache. You walk around the streets for a while, but no one comes across your presence. Eventually, after walking for quite a while, you notice a woman standing in the corner of two buildings talking with another person. She's wearing a long dress and is very pretty looking. Say, you there. Which way to Milfgard? She's the MILF, you think? I guess we'll find out. She looks up at your question and smiles. That way, I think. She points towards the direction of the town where she was just standing on the corner of the buildings. Good choice. Glad we could help. Suplex the woman. I thought there was one person. You grab the woman by the hair and pull her into the air. Her eyes widen as she tries to get free, but you hold her down and put your weight on top of her. The woman screams out in pain as you slam your knee into her stomach. Oh my god! This is like the fucking scene from Skyrim. Commit. Die. Oh no! You pull your knife and plunge it into the side of the woman's head. No! Not her! Me! Me! Revive the woman. Revive! Oh, shit. You quickly pull out your knife and revive the girl who's been lying on the ground for a while now. You tell her to get up and that you'll be back soon to take care of this mess. Leave town and go to Milfgard. I have a revival knife. I have a revival knife. God, at least it's not a protractor. You walk along the road for a while, but you don't see anyone suspicious. So you continue to walk until you see a large building with the sign that says Milford. I walk away from Milford into Milford. Eat McClanky. After eating some of your food, you decide to check out what's going on inside this place. Look around. As you look around, you see that it looks like a normal city, except it doesn't have any police or anything like that. You're not sure if this is a safe place to be. Find MILF. As you start to search through the store, you hear some noise from outside. It sounds like someone is trying to break in. As you run towards it, you hear some shouting and then silence. Investigate the sound. I guess I won. According to the music, I won. As you run to the door, you notice that there's a window open, but no one is in sight. As you peek through it, a man with a red hoodie is standing in front of a small store with broken windows and smoke coming from it. Someone said it's just me from 10 minutes ago. Yeah, it's a fantasy hoodie, exactly. Who are? He asks as he takes off his hoodie. He has short brown hair and wears glasses. He looks around 30 years old. King Sabin, I presume? What's Edgar? Shit. King Sabin, I presume, he replies, and then he takes off his glasses and puts them into his pockets. He looks about the same age as your friend. I'm here to help. Say, do you know V-Dub? I don't even remember having a party member. Do I know V-Dub? No, but I've heard of him, King Sabin replies. He's the guy who owns this place. I'm here to help him. How do I know he won't try to kill me if I don't help him? Say, V-Dub is a cruel master and must be killed. Will you kill him with me? If that's what you want, then yes, of course, but first we need to talk about something else, King Sabin says as he walks over to the window and pulls down his blinds. The sun shines in through the broken windows and shines on King Sabin. Yes? It's like the beginning of a softcore porn. You nod and follow King Sabin out of the store. As you walk, you notice that the streets are empty, but there are a few people walking around. They seem to be in a hurry, though, and don't seem to pay much attention to you. Go to V-Dub's palace. You walk along the street and eventually reach the palace. It seems to be empty, but there are a few guards patrolling the area. After going up a flight of stairs, you arrive at the door of the palace. A guard opens it for you and leads you inside. Say, V-Dub, it has been a long time. What are you doing here? Music timing is wonderful, isn't it? You turn to face the guard who led you into the palace and ask what he is doing here. The guard doesn't answer right away, but instead begins to speak in a low voice. Take me to V-Dub. You turn back to the guard and grab his arm, pulling him with you. As you pull the two of them up the stairs, you see that they are both wearing red hoodies. They both look at each other for a moment before one of them speaks again. Say, where is V-Dub? Again with the red hoodies. It's a cult. Speak! The guard turns to you, points at the door of the palace. The two of you walk outside. You see that it is indeed empty, but for a few people walking around in the streets. Go through door. I think he kicked me out. You open the door, find yourself in a large room with many windows on all sides. There's a table in the middle of the room with several chairs around it. On one side of the room is a window that looks out onto an open field with several people walking around it. Say, V-Dub, I presume. I wonder if it's gonna get upset that I didn't close the parentheses, or the quotations. You turn to face V-Dub, who stands behind you. He looks at you as if he wants to speak, but then turns back to his window view. I'm sorry for my actions in your store, he says quietly. My store? Say, I don't own a store. Oh, to Sabin. Oh, he's talking to King Sabin. maybe. No, I don't own a store, he replies. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. You reply, it's fine. I just wanted to apologize for my actions. I was very angry when you died. You died! Game over! What? What? What, you ask, confused by his sudden change in tone? He continues to stare out at the crowd of people and looks back at you. His eyes widen as he stares into your eyes for several seconds before speaking again. Suplex V-dub. I think he just said it out loud. I think he just said, you died, game over! He quickly grabs your hand and pulls you to your feet. And as he does so, he grabs your foot and lifts it off the ground and he throws you into the air. You land on the ground, you feel sharp pain as your foot and immediately begin to scream out in pain. No, I was supposed... Chat, I think me and V-dub are the same person. It's Fight Club. Stand and draw bow on V-dub. You quickly draw your bow, aiming it at the man who just threw you to the ground. The arrow flies forward, but it's too late. The man has already jumped up and pulled out a dagger from his belt. Draw dagger and stab V-dub. I wonder if it's one of them nifty revived daggers. You quickly draw your dagger, and as you do, you stab the man in the throat. His body falls to the floor, and you quickly run over to him, pulling out your arrow. As you do so, you hear a scream from behind you. It is time to leave. Yeah, you gotta save your arrows. You can't waste arrows. They're hard to come by. These are mithril arrows. You turn to see the woman who was with you earlier standing behind you with a knife in her hand. She smiles as she draws her blade. As she charges at you with the knife held high. Ooh, this is a good twist! The woman from earlier, who I killed and then revived, say, "What say you?" MILF? She laughs and swings the knife down towards your head. She swings the knife down hard, but fortunately for you, it misses by a few inches. Stab her in the throat. You swing the knife down hard, but unfortunately for her, it hits the side of her neck instead of going through it. She screams out in pain and falls to the floor with a thud. The crowd begins to disperse now that this incident is over. Leave Milford. You walk away from the scene of this incident with a smile on your face, happy that the incident is finally over. Retire to an island, knowing I did well and saved Milford. The next day you retire to an island where no one will ever find you. Eat McClanky raw. As soon as you get off work that day, you head to a local tavern for some McClanky raw, a local delicacy. Life is good. Game over. After eating your meal of McClanky Raw, which tastes delicious, you go back home to relax and play your guitar for a while before bed. Wait, really? It knows I play guitar? What? Well, I guess I will. The end. Toss a coin to your witcher. Undefined. Okay, good enough. That's good. It's late. It's time for me to go. That was actually almost semi-coherent. Yeah, that was almost a story. I mean, I, as Demetrius, fought and suplexed and killed a woman and revived her, and then went to V-Dub after King Sabin, his store was presumably fucked up. I assume that the store was fucked up from V-Dub, who apologized, but it wasn't enough. Killed V-Dub. Then the woman from earlier, the MILF, by the way, sadly, we never got to Milfgard. We've been to two Milfords, two identical towns named Milford, right next to each other. Milfgard, you can't get to Milfgard, sorry. And then retired to a little island after, killing everyone that needed to be killed, and played some guitar and went to bed and ate some delicious McClanky.